Okay, welcome everybody to our April mega cooking class. We're so excited. We're focusing on some healthy recipes tonight. And I will just start by saying that some of our presenters tonight asked me on certain ingredients, and are those considered healthy? I go, healthy is always relevant to the person, right? Because everybody has different food plans that they follow and different needs they want. And so we're using the word healthy loosely because we're all about just great variety of ingredients, and anything cooked at home is healthier than what you're going to get when you are eating out, especially fast food or something, right? So that's huge. So I hope you enjoy these new recipes we've got. Remember, as with any other mega class, stay on until the end so you can participate in the drawing. And then we will be able to share at the end, and we'll answer questions. If you have questions as we go ahead and put those in the chat box as well. So I am going to pass it off to our first presenter tonight, Dana.
Hello, everyone. Dana Azimi here, and I'm super excited to be sharing this TikTok recipe with you. Now, just know that we are scouring the internet for all the new and cool recipes and Bond cookify them for you guys. So it's always like 1 in the morning when I can't sleep and I'm sending Teresa like, we should do this, we should do that. So today I'm sharing, and maybe some of you have seen this already on TikTok. It's a Greek tortilla egg bake. And it's so much fun because it utilizes one of our monthly specials. The special is either the large round mold, this is all of our new Fortis product, or you can pick the medium round mold. Now, the cool thing about these is that this recipe works in either one. And I discovered something that the diameter of the two molds is actually the same for the medium and the large at the bottom. And then you can see the large round mold has an angled side and it has a bigger diameter at the top. And then the medium round mold has a straight side. So I would select this if I was going to do like a layer cake where I wanted those really straight sides. But I love this for something like this egg bake where it has a little angled side. Also, if you're going to do a cake with this, you unmold it and it has that little edge, perfect for like a glaze. So I would use this for a single layer cake, this for a double layer cake. And you can get both of them with our special and see how cool they both actually fit on a large side by side. I did this recipe a couple times over the weekend and the hubs loved it. I did his with Mexican cheese, spicy jalapenos, all that. But I'm going to do this for you as written with the large mold on the large baking sheet. Now, I will tell you one thing. I went to the store and it really requires the largest tortilla that you can find. So I went to my store and I'm like, oh yeah, these will probably be great. My hubby and I love these carb balanced wheat ones. I got home, no, not big enough. So the next day I went to the store and I literally brought a little ruler with me to make sure I was getting the right ones, because you get to those end caps with all the tortillas and you're like, surely it'll be fine. You want the extra large burrito size. There's also some wraps, kind of like a veggie wrap that I've seen that are this big size, but you definitely want to make sure the tortilla fits all the way down into the bottom, and you push it up and you see that it kind of comes up the sides a little bit on either the medium or the large, and it's going to form like a little pie shell. So that's what you want it to look like. You see how it's come up on the sides? Now, this is super easy. It comes together so quickly. And this weekend, literally, I had side by side these going at once. So quick, 3 eggs. I'm going to mix it up right in the tortilla. 1/3 cup of cottage cheese. Now, I have not really eaten cottage cheese that much in a few years because I'm really into the non-fat plain Greek yogurt. It's really going to bump up the protein. And in an egg dish like this, it really promotes that real souffle-like texture. I'm really into this good culture cottage cheese. It's low fat versus non-fat, but it has 14 grams of protein in a 1/2 cup serving. So it really is, I love it, love it, love it. So 1/3 cup going right in. And strangely enough, Starbucks cottage cheese is the mystery ingredient of their egg bites. If you look at what's in their egg bites, they put it in the blender and they blend their eggs with cottage cheese because it gives that beautiful texture. I'm going in with my mini whisk. If you do not have it yet, you must get it. And I'm just whisking these eggs right in the bottom of this mold. Why dirty another bowl, right? Now to this, I'm going to add salt and pepper. Now I have a lot of my customers that order the Daily Grind salt mill and the Pep Rally pepper mill, and they're like, what do I do with them? And I always say, let your taste buds be your guide, or match the ingredients of your recipe with one of the flavors of salts. So I'm going to use the garlic paprika today. And if you're not familiar with these, salt and pepper, 5 different flavors, your grinder's on the top, and you can take it all apart, and whichever flavor is attached to the grinder is the one that's going to work. So I'm going to do some garlic paprika here. And I like a lot of seasoning on my eggs. I always have the Madagascar ready at the willing right at the top. We love the Madagascar. It's quite rare. If you are interested in finding out more, definitely reach out to the consultant that invited you. We have a lot of information. Also, if you have not received the recipes yet, reach out to the consultant who invited you and we will get that packet to you. So I just want to make sure that I don't want any of the yolk or the white still showing. You could also do this in a bowl and kind of get it done really fast, but I wanted to show you how we can do it without dirtying another pan. Okay, so that's what that looked like. Now I'm going to add some of our herb blends. So if you're not familiar with the herb blends, they are like a loose tea. I love the roasted garlic and chive I like here, but I really love the chicken herb blend because we're doing a Greek flavor profile, and our chicken herb blend has za'atar seasoning. If you're not familiar with the za'atar seasoning, it is like a Middle Eastern seasoning that's amazing on chicken, as its name implies, but also it's really good on eggs because you know what came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. But we all did survive the eclipse, didn't we? There was no Armageddon that I know of. Okay, so all that's mixed in, love, 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 and here's where it gets really easy. I am going to go ahead and take this away because I don't need it anymore. My oven is preheated to 375 and it bakes for about 20 to 25 minutes. So to this, I'm going to add chopped tomatoes. Of course, I use my EcoChop to do all my chopping, and I'm going to show you how to do my onion in a minute, but I wanted to just kind of get some of this going first. A 1/4 cup of tomato. I like to use the sweet cherry tomatoes here. A 1/4 cup of Kalamata olives. I use the ones that someone else has already pitted and sliced for me. So that's a 1/4 cup of the Kalamata olives. Once again, you can absolutely tailor this to what you and your family like. Just keep that 3 eggs, 1/3 cup of cottage cheese base, and you're good to go. To this, okay, now it's time to get out my really fun EcoChop. By the way, Home Office has been so amazing to us. We had an EcoChop sale that ended Saturday, and we said, oh my gosh, we want to be able to offer that to our customers tonight. So you can add your EcoChop for, Teresa, remind me, half price with a $75 order. I think
Yes, which makes it $24.50. So I had some guests. You consider this is the best time to get them for gifts because you can buy 3 and you're going to get 2 regular price and 1 is going to be half price. And so that's pretty exciting.
For sure. So I'm just going to do a little onion here. The more pulls, the finer it gets. You want it kind of chunky here. You can also use green onion here. I want to show you. About 5 pulls here, nicely diced. I'm going to use that spatula that I used earlier because the spatula, the mini spatulas go so well with the red onion. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it all over. And voila, a little more. Like I said, for the hubs, I did his with, you know, the Mexican pepper jack, and I did my jalapeno and my onion in the EcoChop. And I don't know, for the contact lens wearers out there, like, yes, this makes tear-free onions, but for the contact lens wearers, when you chop that jalapeno and then you like put your contacts in, oh my gosh, it's just like 10th level pain. Okay, so that's your veg. We're gonna add a nice handful or 2 of spinach. I'm not chopping it here, I'm just leaving it nice and large. And you wanna make sure that you're spreading out all your ingredients to the edge so that it cooks evenly when it goes into the oven. That's about 2 cups of nice fresh spinach. Now here's cheese. And I always say, you should measure cheese with your heart, not your measuring cup. So we're gonna do that now. It's about a 1/2 cup total of cheese, or however much you want. I find that like my hubby can eat this whole thing, and I usually eat 2 pieces and then I come back, sneak later and get 2 more. Okay, but you want that cheese pull, so I always use a little bit of mozzarella, no matter what additional cheese I'm using. And I'm gonna be using some feta tonight. I recommend Bulgarian feta if you can find it, and you just look on your package for just a tiny bit. You say, "Oh my gosh!" I also recommend getting your feta in a big chunk in brine because it's very fresh. And so you just cut out a little square like that, and I'm just going to crumble it all over the top. Bulgarian feta is just really creamy and delicious. And it's for. Okay, I absolutely love feta. And then on the top, I like to put a little bit more pepper. It does not need any more salt because that feta cheese is salty. And that looks good with that. I'm gonna rinse my hands real quick. And that's it, you guys. It's gonna get a little pepper on the top, some of that Madagascar once again. You see I'm on my perforated baking sheet. That allows for the even browning and air circulation with those holes. I like a goodly amount of pepper here. And then this is going to go into a 375-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. In my oven, it's like exactly 22.5 minutes. When everyone's done, I'll show you how it slides right out of this mold. You'll notice I didn't prep my pan at all, and we'll see that gorgeous cheese pull. So right in it goes at 375.
That looks amazing, Dana. Thank you so much. I'm going to pass it off to Stephanie now.
Hello, everybody. I was the one that Teresa was like, it might or might not be healthy. That was really good for her not to call me out. It was totally me. So we had talked about having healthy recipes, and the big thing really was that this recipe I've made for a ton of classes lately. A lot of people are looking for like a different flavor for what they're already making, right? And at my house, we're already making chicken. It's always chicken. So the biggest thing for me is like, how can we switch up the flavor just a little bit so that we have an opportunity to still make that chicken, hopefully make it healthy, but fix up that flavor a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to stick to that chicken because that is a staple here at my house and others. And the biggest thing that we're going to do is add a little of our French pantry. Now, you guys know we really focus on flexible bakeware, cookware. Obviously, we have some accessories that everybody loves, especially at half off. I could use this to emulsify my dressing, but what I'm going to do is just a really simple glaze / marinade. And I'm going to use our French pantry line, which is consumable line that everybody loves. One of them is our mustard. This is our Bordeaux pepper mustard. It's amazing. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm literally going to do a 1-for-1, really simple. My family likes a whole bunch of flavors. So we're going to do a couple tablespoons of this Bordeaux Corset mini whisk because, as Dana says, you have got to have it too, really, because they come as a collection of 2. And then, you guys, I'm going to add some maple syrup. I'm pausing, hesitating in my mind for a moment because I am from the East Coast, but I live on the West Coast. And those East Coasters, I know they're dealing with a whole bunch today. So if you can get real maple syrup from over there, Vermont area, it's amazing, does make a difference. If you can't, see what you can find in the Pacific Northwest or wherever you're calling from. Of course, you can do the fake maple syrup as well. It's not nearly as delicious because it's fake, but it's still fabulous. So that's as easy and a delicious swap as well. Okay, so all that I've got in here is just syrup and mustard, okay? And you can mix up the flavors, like I said. You can also switch up the mustard. So if you're looking for maybe a different flavor, or if you guys are big Dijon people at your house or whatever that looks like, by all means, you totally can do that as well. You can also customize what you're doing with this using of course, our Daily Grind, which is on sale, $35 for that, and our Pep Rally. And of course, you can swap up those flavors with any of these. I'm all for that Madagascar as well. This one I put on was the garlic Parmesan. So we're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here because you can't go wrong, especially with our French pantry, right? So we're going to add we're going to just elevate what we're already doing here. Oops, don't mind me. And that's going to, just change up the flavors a little bit. So for those of you guys who want to mix up the flavors, but maybe don't need to change a ton of what you're doing at home, this is a great way to do it. Okay. Then we're going to take some chicken breast. Now, tip to you is if you find chicken breasts that are on sale, get them. If you find chicken tenderloins or chicken strips on sale, totally get them. You guys, all of this stuff can be customizable for what you and your family love. If you like smaller bite-sized pieces, cut them up. Get the bigger ones because they're usually less expensive. Cut them up, you guys, and then use that in your recipe. These are chicken breasts. They are cut up into strips, so they're tenderloins, because I'm then going to dip them in this dressing that we have here. And you guys, another thing is, if they are smaller pieces like this, there's more dressing, right? And if they're bigger pieces, there's less dressing. So whatever it is that you guys like at your house is totally fine. Then I'm going to put that aside for just a second. I'm going to pull out my rectangular mold. You guys will see I have it right here on my large bond mat stacked, because when I throw this in the oven, I can use both sides, right? So what I mean by that is I can use this for juicy, and all on the same tray, I can use this for not juicy. So I do a lot of this for my classes, and it turns out to be just juicy, the chicken that I'm making right now, and maybe some roasted potatoes or some roasted broccoli or asparagus or whatever it is that I'm putting on here that's not juicy. Perfect, okay? But I'm not gonna use that bond mat. So what I'm gonna do right now anyhow is I'm gonna slide it right out because I don't need it. And I'm gonna keep my rectangular tray right on my large perforated baking sheet, okay? Now I'm gonna go back to that chicken and I'm gonna pull out pieces of bacon. Now remember I told you Teresa was the one who was like, oh, well, it can be healthy. And I said, just like she was saying, you're right. The biggest thing is if you are not eating out, you're eating healthier, right? Because you know what's going in that food. So here I've got some bacon, and you guys, you can really do this however you'd like to do this. You can use full pieces of bacon. You can use half pieces of bacon. You can use a mix. Depends on what you and your family love. When I make this for my family, I often use whole pieces of bacon, but it goes farther when you use half. And I have 3 growing boys. And so for me, it's got some flavor in it without using an entire pound of bacon, okay? So you guys can see I'm literally just twisting it around here, and I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'm gonna throw it in the oven, and not literally throw it. I guess I need to clarify. I'm gonna put it in the oven, and it's really totally up to you on how you cook it. Some people like their chicken really well done. Some people like their bacon really well done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in just like this, and I'm gonna cook it at about 375. And I like to have that bacon pretty well cooked. So that's why I'm gonna do 375, maybe 400. And it's going to cook for really only 15 to 20 minutes. It depends, again, on how big the chicken strips are. It also is going to depend on how well you like your chicken cooked. So I'm just gonna throw it in here, and then you guys tune back in just a couple minutes and you'll see what it looks like when it's done.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna pass it to my friend Lauren. This is my favorite recipe of the night. So take it away, Lauren.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from Texas. I survived the total eclipse. I have a great recipe. It's super easy and it's delicious. It's got lots of protein in it. I got this big bag. I'm like, how am I going to use this other than smoothies? And so my husband and I have been really trying to eat healthier this year. I'm trying to be really mindful of things like corn syrup and the saturated fats and things like that. And my husband has a really good sweet tooth. He loves some brownies and cookies and things like that. But we don't want to always have things like that in the house. We want to try to have something that's healthier. So I did a little research and I found this recipe that even called for my protein powder. So I was super excited about that. My special tonight actually features putting our products into the freezer. So that's what's wonderful about our products. You can put them into the microwave, into the air fryer, into the oven, and also into the freezer. So get ready. This is super easy. Let's see. So I have a cup and a half of rolled oats go right into the bowl. I have a cup, I believe it's a cup of my protein powder. And again, I'm using this one. This is a whey protein powder. It's got a vanilla taste. It's really good. And this has, I think, 78 grams of protein. So that's healthy, I think. Then it calls for 3/4 cup of a nut butter. My hubby likes peanut butter. I like peanut butter, but I also like almond butter. So I've been using a mix of them both. And again, everything just kind of goes into this bowl. This is a no-bake granola. So protein bar granola. Then I'm going to add to this, as I'm making a bit of a mess, I'm going to add some, it calls for either honey or maple syrup. Again, I'm using the real maple syrup. And one time I made this like 3 times already. We have a lot of these in my house right now. I'm like, keep going, honey, keep eating them. They're so healthy. So this is honey and maple syrup because I was running out of my honey, which I do like for my tea. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try doing it half and half. So I got that in there. And then it calls for a ripe banana, all mashed up. So I pre-mashed that for you. Everything's really simple. Takes like no time at all. Then it did call for 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and we looked high and low and couldn't find it in our pantries, but I do have the vanilla bean paste, so I'm using that. But usually I use vanilla extract, but I'm just using this paste tonight. I normally save the paste for things like vanilla cakes, so you can see the flecks of vanilla bean, but definitely wanted to add that in here. So got that there. Then it also calls for, I don't want to waste any of that stuff. It calls for, where am I looking here? It calls for, what am I looking for? Oh, half a cup of flaxseed. I didn't have flaxseed, so I used Google and I had tons of chia seeds. I have no idea why I bought them, probably for some healthy recipe for a different time. So I'm like, all right, I'm using chia seeds. And then it also calls for like some granola add-ins. So I wanted to also show you the Eco Chop. You saw Dana using it for the onion. I definitely use it to chop my onions because I look like Tammy Faye Baker by the end of chopping an onion. It's like, but I also use it to chop nuts. So all right. So I've got some beautifully chopped almonds there, but I actually already did my mise en place. I put everything in its place here in advance. So I have it actually here in my bowl. And in here I have, I've got chocolate chips, I've got sweetened coconut flakes, I've got the chia seeds, I've got a pinch of salt. I have some dates, some chopped dates. I've got some craisins, and almonds and walnuts. So in that goes. Now let me just make sure that I have everything here. And I do. So really now all I'm gonna do is grab a larger spatula because this becomes a bit of a workout. So you're eating healthy and you're at the gym while you're making your delicious protein bars. But what I really like about this recipe is that you pretty much have everything you need in your pantry. Let's face it, you know, you were game to make some special holiday cookie, and so you bought some kind of a special nut for it, or you were making a healthy salad, so you bought some dried blueberries and some dried craisins and some dried apricot, some dried prune, date. You know, you could pretty much grab anything. I love to have pepitas, which is the pumpkin seed, and sunflower seeds. I think I even have some sunflower seeds in here. So as long as you're making it like granola-esque and you're putting in like a 3/4 cup to a cup of add-ins, you're good to go. And of course you want to add like some chocolate chips or some carob if you want to do carob. All right, so this is mixed really well. And truth be told, because this is no bake, you could put on your favorite TV show and just grab a spoon and just head to the couch. But I'm going to show you how to put it in one of our molds. My special that I'm featuring is the mini. So my mini that I have is the mini tartlet. So let me just clear my deck here, as Dana always says. All right, make some space for myself. And here I have them pre-made in our mini tartlet. I have it on the perforated baking sheet because when I put it in the freezer, because our products are flexible, you want to make sure that you put it on the perforated baking sheet first and then fill it up. And as with any of our molds and trays. And with the same thing, I don't have to prep this at all. No spraying, no grease, no oil. And again, what I love about this is I grabbed this Nature Trail. What is the second ingredient on here? It's corn syrup, which is the one thing I'm absolutely staying away from. And then there's a bunch of other things that I can't even pronounce. So I just think these are so, I'm telling you, they're so delicious. Definitely make them at home. The products, ingredients are very easy to come by. So all I need to do now is just, pop it out, right? So even though you have these in the freezer, because they have the honey and the peanut butters and things like that, they never really get hard. Like they're not frozen. They're cold and they're hard, but they're still chewy. Does that make sense? So what I like to do is keep them in the freezer. Keep a couple out so that my hubby and I can eat them. But then when I'm in the mood for a healthy snack, I just go into the freezer and I put them into either an airtight container or I'll put them into a Ziploc bag. But look, aren't these cute in this little shape? So it's kind of like 2-3 bites and you're good to go. It's a great little energy pick me up. But obviously all I'm going to do is take the spatula, which is also part of my special. So I believe it's minis, and you can get either this mini tartlet tray or you can get the mini cannelé tray or the mini loaf, which Teresa is going to show you when she comes back on, because she made these in the mini loaf. And what's cool about that is that they actually look like the granola bars you buy in the store. But I'm just going to take this and just pat it down. I mean, that's all you have to do. Just take your granola, put it into the well, and pat it down. And then just bring this, once it's full, on your perforated baking sheet over to your freezer. You can freeze it for a few hours. You can freeze it overnight. Again, they're not going to actually freeze. They're just going to get a little bit harder, but stay chewy. And that is it. So I think these are delicious. These are worth trying. Tons of protein. I would say these are truly healthy. At least in my book, it is. So I guess that's it, Teresa. Back to you. I'm gonna, keep going here and probably grab one or two for myself while I'm doing that.
Thank you, Lauren. Well, I was really excited to make this recipe in the mini loaf tray because this fits perfectly. The recipe that we have for you fits exactly in the mini loaf. I love how our mini spatulas press into the mini loaf to press them down to create the little bars. And then I want to show you what they look like because these are the perfect bar size. And so this is what we've got. And I'm excited to tell you that I made mine completely nut-free because we're a nut-free house. So what did I use? I used sunflower butter instead of peanut butter. And then I didn't put any nuts in here. I actually only put the mix in of chocolate chips because I wanted to make sure that my boys would like it. And then you put chocolate chips in anything and they're more likely to eat them. But now that I've made this recipe once, I know that we'll keep adding things in. And I will tell you the protein powder that I put in here was a pea protein powder that I had bought. And I didn't love it in smoothies. It just kind of tasted grainy. And when I put it in these bars, it tastes amazing. And so I'm really excited that I can use stuff up in my pantry as well that can create some healthy snacks. And so our motivation to share this recipe this month was because of the mini loaf and the mini tartlet being on sale. And this is what we thought of first. But I love that mini tartlet or even the mini cannelé tray for the bite size, because sometimes my teenage boys and Stephanie's teenage boys want this bigger serving size. But those of us who are really watching what we eat in quantities as well are going to like the smaller portion of just the protein bite. So I just love what it offers all of us. So thank you for sharing that recipe, Lauren. And now I'm going to pass it back to you, Dana. Are you ready to show us?
I'm going to pull it right out of the oven right now. It has a couple minutes, but I think I can show it. So, oh my gosh, it looks so good. So yummy. It's nice and crispy around the edge. I'm just going to slide it right off and onto my roll pat. No one's spoken about the roll pat yet. So we all use our roll pats as our kitchen workspace, and it was originally intended for French pastry chefs to roll out dough, but it's a great like anchor for your cutting board, et cetera, et cetera. So you can see I just pulled this out of the oven. It's not too hot to handle, but I am going to use my little mitt. And all you do when you want to unmold something that you want to keep on the top, you just peel it back. I'm going to use our bamboo square serving board. Oh, something's
Sorry.
going on with my,
I don't
my
know what
thing.
happened.
I don't either. Very
Uh-oh.
interesting. Oh, it says I'm viewing Cindy's screen.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
There we go.
Up your back.
All right,
No
go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to use my heat resistant spatula to kind of just pull it out, and we're going to slide it right off and onto the bamboo serving board. That is my quote unquote dirty pan. I could absolutely make another one in that. You see, I did not spray grease or oil it. And then I'm going to use I can use the cake server knife. Now this is also, so these are the accessories that you can choose from my special. If you wanted to use the round mold with the octagonal bond mat as your lid, as your little steamer set, that would be a great choice. If you wanted to be able to cut things with your cake server knife, not just for cakes, then I would recommend that. And this looks like it's not quite set, but it's close enough. And I might put it back in, but I want to just show you how yummy this looks.
It looks
And-
amazing, Dana.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this looks delish. And there you go with all those beautiful layers. And I'm gonna eat it up. So yummy. The Hubs is right off camera and we're gonna share this one. So I hope you'll try this. Super fun, super customizable. Do just the way your family likes it, whatever they like. Definitely grab that special. Remember that this was the large round mold that I used, or you could select the medium. So there you have it, and passing it back to Steph for some bacon.
Thank you, Dana. That looks
Hello,
amazing.
everybody. Man, that was like amazing, you guys. Good job. Sorry, my camera keeps changing every time you guys see me on here. So I'm going to pull my bacon wrapped chicken out of the oven so you guys can see what it looks like. And some people would be like, that's perfect. Done. Amazing. Some people would say they like the bacon cooked even more, which would be me. And what I would do if I just want it cooked a little bit more on the top is I would up the temp, you guys, really to probably 475. Fry up that bacon on the top. And remember, because that perforated baking sheet has holes, the heat's going to get through that baking sheet, through the product, and the bottom of your chicken is going to get all toasty. That bacon on the bottom is going to get all toasty as well. So I'm going to throw this back in at probably 475 for just a couple minutes to fry up that bacon a little bit more. And then you guys, what my family will do is plate it, and they would top it. I know. So remember, I have 3 boys. So not always super fancy, but if they're looking for a different flavor, they're going to put ranch or barbecue sauce on the top of it. Not totally needed, especially with that mustard that we've put on there as well. So I'll and my husband will have it just like this. But for those people who want a little extra flavor, or you guys maybe are big sauce or dippers, or you want to change that flavor just a little bit more, remember these recipes are always customizable for what you and your family love. So we will get you the recipes. Make sure you reach out to the person that invited you so that you can see all these recipes and try them at your house as well, and change them up. You guys remember that whole French pantry line, our consumables will change the flavor of what you're already cooking, even if you're doing a very similar recipe over and over again. So don't be shy to play with those French pantry consumable items to change the flavor of what you're cooking already. So I'm going to throw this back in the oven for just a few more minutes, up the temp to make that bacon a little bit more crispy for my family's likes. And do try this at home, because of course, bacon, chicken, all of that is done to your liking. And so you're going to change it. So whatever it is that you like, whether it's chicken or bacon that's maybe a little bit more cooked or a little bit less cooked, however it is that you guys want, you're going to love it. So make sure you try that recipe, and remember to reach out to the consultant that invited you to get that.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephanie, for sharing. And thank you, Dana, for sharing your end result as well. And so just a couple of reminders, I'm going to move into those great specials we promised you and that are happening all month of April, and then one that is only good through tomorrow. So I'm going to want you guys to pay attention. But before I start sharing those, I want to get everyone that has not yet put your name in the chat box. If you are a guest, then please put your first and last name in the chat box, and then put a put who the consultant that invited you is so that we can get you in our drawing. So
You're
definitely.
welcome to come out Hannah, if you want to.
What'd you say? Oops.
I think Lauren's unmuted.
Oh, Lauren.
Oh, sorry, I was just telling my husband he can come out now and play.
I
I'm
love
sorry,
it.
I'll mute myself.
Enjoy, Brian. Okay. So I love that. But that's a great lead into what I was going to share next. So thank you, Lauren. So I know that you guys, if this is your first mega class, I hope you enjoyed it. If you've been here before, you know that we do these every single month and love them. Don't worry if you hopped on late, we have been recording this, so we'll share the recording. And if you missed them, then you can always watch the recording, but it's so much more fun on live. And you get to be in the drawing if you're on live. So thank you to all of you that are here live. If you're watching the recording, make sure you're on live next month. So, but if you loved the energy that was here, all the tips you're sharing, I'm going to tell you guys the best way to experience this on a regular basis is to join our Rockstars team, because we do have the most amazing team and we share amongst each other all the time, and we become great friends. So I love that I got to hear Lauren beckoning her adorable husband. So I'm going to share with you. My computer's been a little strange tonight. I need to get the mouse pad fixed, so I apologize. So I'm going to show it to you in a window here. But this is, I hope you guys can see this. It's not as clean as I'd like it, but you can see our Bomb Business Starter. So you can start and join our team for only $75. And I always like to say, yes, that's a great deal, but really the best gift that you get is what comes after you get the business kit. And it's everything that you learn from being a part of this team and just building you up, and you get to help build other people up. The impact you have is incredible. And so I just want to share with you that it's very affordable and you can start making money right away. So you can see what comes in our Bomb Business Starter for only $75. You get that large baking sheet and large bond mat, mini muffin tray. That'd be great for the protein bites as well. Apron, and then your rectangular tray that Stephanie shared tonight. And of course, our very popular cake server knife that does so much more than serve cake. So, and it's free shipping always on the business kit. So now I will tell you that we also have a $99 Bomb Business Starter, and we have $169. These are great bundles. I love, love, love the $169 because you're going to get that meal prep kit in there too. But I will tell you, if money's tight, then definitely consider the $75 Bomb Business Starter and let us show you how to earn everything else for free, which is great. So then you're not interested in the business, then I highly encourage you to host your own class with your consultant. You can do that virtually or in person, depending on who your consultant is and where you live in relationship to them. But we have lots of great options and lots of great themes for our cooking classes. You're experiencing that tonight. It's just a little taste of how awesome our classes can be. So we love to thank our hosts for gathering their friends together to share our amazing business and products with. And so as a thank you to you for hosting, then we give you gifts, which is great. But again, people don't host classes because they want these rewards. They host them because they want to experience what you experienced tonight, which is great new recipes, lots of great tips along the ways, and just the gathering of friends, which is so great. So, but you get rewarded as well. So you can see, not only do we have some regular rewards with our Bond Elite, Bond VIP, but we also have this bonus level called the Bond Spring, which that's when you start getting this add-on mini loaf tray, which you guys saw us using that tonight. So many great uses for that. So you can see that these gifts are based on the success of your class. And so we say most of our classes are that Bond Elite level, and you get that from inviting 10 to 12 guests to your class, and you will get to that level and beyond. So encourage you to reach out to the consultant that invited you here tonight and get your April class book so you can take advantage of these and learn even more recipes to use the products you already have. Okay, and then whether you're going to do a class, join the business, you want to check out our April specials. These are focused on our recipes tonight. So as Dana shared with you, our first April special is that round of applause, which is so fantastic. You get your choice of the large round mold or the medium round mold, and then you get your choice of the heat resistant spatula, cake server knife, or octagonal bond mat. Okay, here's what I'm going to recommend you guys. That's a great bundle for $50, but even better is get 2 of them talk to your consultant about how to do that, because there is a little trick in the system. So don't just go order it yourself, talk to your consultant, but unless you want the exact duplicates. But what I recommend is, if you're a big cake baker, get 2 medium round molds, because you're going to want to do those layered cakes. If you're somebody who occasionally bakes a cake, but you're all about the steaming in the microwave bundle, then you're going to want to probably get a medium round mold and a large round mold. And then you can take your choice of definitely get an octagonal bond mat. And then definitely, you pick one of those others. But it also, gift for you, gift for someone else, order multiples of them. They absolutely make a great gift for anybody on your list as well. So consider that when you're looking at the round of applause. And then the mini minis. Love, love, love this bundle, you guys. This is so exciting. I did a video on this for my customer newsletter this month, but even though I did that video, I completely forgot that in this bundle that you're not getting a choice of, you're getting both the mini whisk and the set of 2 mini spatulas. These guys are mighty minis for sure. And then you get your choice of either that mini loaf tray we shared, the mini tartlet tray we shared, or the mini cannelé tray. And I will tell you, I've got a customer who has owned the traditional cannelé tray, the larger version of the cannelé tray, for, oh my gosh, probably as long as we've sold it. So whether that's 7, 8, 9 years, I can't remember, but she's been a customer of mine a long time. She went to France and made cannelés years ago, was so excited when we came out with the cannelé tray. And she ordered the mini cannelé tray about a week ago. And she messaged me over the weekend a picture, and she said, oh my gosh, she said the mini cannelés came out perfectly. She loves that tray so much better than the large cannelé. And let me tell you, she was a fan of the large cannelé, but she has now become a mini cannelé fan. So highly recommend that as well. So again, multiples might be the way to go with this mini minis special. Okay, and then Life's a Grind. This one speaks for itself, you guys. If you do not have our Daily Grind salt meal yet, you must get it this month. It is on sale for $35, regular price $45. Stock up on gifts. You can get 3 of these, you guys, and that's going to be just barely over $100. So great gift items for sure. I gave so many of these out over the holidays, and everyone loved it. They're great gift to give any of the grillers in your life. So definitely check out those specials. And then, as I said, and Dana's the one that shared it with you, but I got to find my other screen here. We have this great special. So kind of our home office team to offer this to you guys, because this was a special that ran over the weekend, and it, like you can see, it ended on April 6th. But we have a coupon code I'm going to put in the chat box right now, and then you can reach out to your consultant to take advantage of this. But for the coupon code to work and to get an EcoChop for $24.50, you have to spend $75 site-wide. So like I said, I've got somebody who buys these as gifts regularly, and she ordered 3. So she got 2 at the $49 and then 1 at $24.50. She was thrilled beyond belief. So you could bundle this all together. You can get some of those specials we just talked about, and then just get the 1 EcoChop at $24.50. You could get multiple EcoChops, totally your choice, but this is really great. And so I'm really excited that you guys can take advantage of that. That coupon code is good through the end of the day tomorrow. So you can order tonight or you can order tomorrow, but it ends tomorrow night, Tuesday. So don't delay past Tuesday for sure. Okay. So I can see we've got some messages, and I did get wedding gift. It is a great wedding gift idea. You are correct. Okay. So now I absolutely should have had this ready to go, but the coupon code, let me pull it up because I did save it and put it in my notes here so I could pop it in for you guys. And I'm sorry I didn't think about that earlier, but I'm going to throw, it's a pretty simple coupon code. So I'm going to pop this in here for you right now. And then, oh, and the grinder sale is only on the salt grinder. Okay. So there's the code. You can copy and paste it, save it for later. Consultants, you can do that as well. I'll share it on our team meeting, which comes next, but that MCO408 is for the EcoChop for $24.50 when you spend $75. So don't delay. You've got these things on your list. Get them now, you guys, while you can get some specials on the EcoChop. Even if you don't know who's going to be getting those EcoChops, I promise you, they're the best gift to have on hand. And second to that right now would be that Daily Grind salt grinder. So okie dokie. So
Can I hop in here real fast? I'm sorry.
Yes.
You're probably ready to do the drawing, and everybody wants to know that they won these amazing things. But I wanted to show you guys what this looks like when The bacon wrapped chicken is ready, at least to my family standards. And like I said, everybody likes their bacon differently and everybody likes their chicken cooked differently. But I wanted to show you guys just real fast. This is more of my speed. And look at that, you guys. Oh, can you even see that? I mean, so amazing, right? And just a side note, sometimes I will put some whole green beans or some asparagus along beside this chicken, and then I'll wrap it in the bacon. So there's a little bit of green in there as well. And then, of course, you can fry up that bacon, like I said, as much as you want. But this is good to go. My family is super excited to. They're also chomping at the bit to eat. So enjoy. Try it. You'll love it. Enjoy it. Okay, back to the raffle. Sorry to interrupt. Just want to show you guys the end result.
No worries. Thanks for sharing. Okay.
Sure.
And oh, good. Michelle, you found the code. I'm so glad. Okay. So we've got our winners. The first, so this is what I decided. We discussed something different with the team, but since I'm doing this, I can still do this. So because I really firmly believe that you need more than one of that round of applause, the first winner is going to get that round of applause. We don't normally give away the specials because we want you guys to go and purchase the specials, but I feel like that's one that you can get multiples of. And so if you win one, that's great. And you can still go buy one yourself. So the first one to win, the name comes up, is going to get that round of applause. And you'll have to message us which one you want. And that's Libby Moore. Congratulations, Libby. Okie dokie. I think that you are invited by Dana, if I saw correctly. So she will, you will connect with Dana and we'll figure out what you want. And then the next winner is going to get 2 of the items that we use tonight, but also that make for just a really great use in your kitchen for many things, is the chicken herb blend and the Bordeaux mustard. So the next person is going to get those 2 French pantry items. And so, oh, let's see, I can't deal with this mirror. I can't see which way I'm holding it. And Nicole, congratulations. You are getting the chicken herb blend and the Bordeaux mustard. So excited. We thank everybody for being on tonight. Hope you had fun. Like I said, if your consultant has not given you the recipes yet, yes, I know I have not given my guests the recipes yet. I apologize. They're coming. It's been a busy day, but I will get those recipes over to you, and your consultants will get the recipes to you as well. So you guys can make these items at home. I can't wait to see how yours turn out. So share your pictures with us. We love to see what you guys are creating in your products. And then also make sure that you join us next month. I need to confirm with my team to know exactly the date we're doing next month, because some of us are going on an incentive trip in the beginning of May. So have to be a little later in May. But so definitely reach out to your consultant, whether you want to consider joining our Rockstars team, you want to book a class, or you want to shop with us tonight. We're here to help you get whatever it is that you need. And we are moving on to our team meeting next. So if you guys want to be a fly on the wall, you're interested in possibly joining our team, and you just want to be a part of the team meeting tonight, feel free to stay on. But if not, I'm going to say goodbye to the rest of you, and we're going to stop the recording. So thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks,
Goodbye,
everyone.
goodbye. Thanks for joining us.